thinks I don't know anything. He has heartburn, he says. Since when is he a doctor? He probably thinks you're supposed to cure heartburn by digesting a fire extinguisher. He's always exaggerating. If you have heartburn, first you try to figure out the cause of the heartburn. Then come to me for an answer. Maybe you have heartburn because of your unhealthy lifestyle. You have to move around more, and then you won't have heartburn or temper tantrums. And you can stop complaining to me about your ailments. It gives me heartburn. Of course, if you're going to spend all day sitting behind a computer, then you start exaggerating. That's it. He's got computer heartburn, all right. Your computer is the cause. That computer uses magnetic waves and electricity, which is enough to make anyone's insides go kerplooey. I get a headache the size of Siberia whenever I know that there's magnetic waves in the neighborhood. Ooh. On those days, I sit inside and wait for those magnetic waves to be swept out to sea.
Who are you talking to?
Just to myself.
Yourself? Want to talk to me?
I'm a little busy, dear. It's definitely the computer. Either that or he just caught a cold.
She was talking to herself the whole time. She never even noticed that I was in the room. It's not normal. If you say something, that means you already know it. So why would you tell yourself something you already know? Unless you forgot it after you said it. Or maybe just one part of her knows and the other doesn't. If we don't do something, she's gonna split in half.
My dear, we all feel lonely sometimes. Occasionally we don't have anyone to talk to, but that doesn't mean that we're actually lonely. There's always someone around who can understand our problems and listen to grievances, our concerns, and give us some advice.
My level-headed friend, do you have a moment?
If you think about it, loneliness and feeling like you're all alone are figments of our imagination. But, in reality, life is all around us. It's the hustle and bustle just waiting for us to join its noisy, busy parade.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8.
How are you feeling today?
Next row. Okay. 22, 23, 24. About a 4.
Do you feel that sometimes our friends and family are all around us, but there's no one to talk to?
Never thought about it.
No, I'm serious. There are problems of epic proportions, and no one notices but you. Don't you understand? No one. Everyone lives in their own little worlds, in their perfectly made little shells they've built around themselves in order to keep out life's many hurdles. But there are massive problems on a global scale one has to deal with on a universal scale. But how is one supposed to break through people's shells to their real problems?
Preserves don't give you heartburn. It's the computer, capiche? It's the computer, Daco.
I'm suffering for the second day in a row. I'm unable to work. I'm behind schedule.
Yesterday, there was a magnetic storm. I felt like a glove that was turned inside out. I swear I couldn't do anything at all. I just sat there and stared out the window like a, idiot.
Aha! That's it! They hide inside their shells and look out of the window from the inside. All the while, life passes them by.
What kind of life can you live with heartburn? I have to work, but there's a storm inside me.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. A very powerful magnetic storm. You need to go for a walk. Relax a little bit. Take in the fresh air.
Aha! That's right! We all need a breath of fresh air. We need to expand our horizons.
All I see on my horizon is rest and trips to the facilities, unable to publish my scientific research, resulting in a hiccup in the progress of science and technology.
All you have to do is walk more, and you won't have the hiccups.
Stop! Don't you see, old chaps, that we are simultaneously only talking to ourselves? We don't actually hear each other.
That's because everyone is mumbling.
I suppose we could enunciate more.
Well, yeah. You know, as I was saying, we need to put more effort into understanding each other and not simply yelling past each other.
I'll have preserves on mine as well, if you will.
But weren't you just saying it gives you heartburn?
You don't understand. Soon there'll be irreversible climate change. We have to do something. We have to discuss it and finally come up with a solution to this global problem.
Well, I tried applying a heat pack. It didn't help.
Actually, it did. Once I resoldered the transistor circuit. Do you believe it? It started working again.
You're wrong. It's not working. The atmosphere continues to change drastically.
It's not that drastic. Transistors are cheap.
Cheap or not, it still hurts. Stop being so
Do you
negative.
think I switched the positive and negative terminals?
Don't be absurd. Of course it's not terminal. It's merely a rash.
My dear, we mustn't fret over these things. We discuss them, but nothing changes. Except, of course, the climate. That'll change.
You're right. We must change with the times. There's a new future in medicine. It's called acupuncture.